Disney has been forced into a rare and humiliating climb down after a growing number of film journalists threatened to boycott advanced screenings of Star Wars: The Last Jedi. It followed a highly contentious decision by the studio to block critics from the Los Angeles Times from seeing an early release of the film following an unfavorable report into Disney's business practices. The investigative piece, by LA Times reporter Daniel Miller, alleges that despite soaring profits, Disney has continued to demand and secure subsidies, incentives, rebates, and protections from future taxes in Anaheim, where Disneyland is based, that would be worth a total of more than $1 billion. It reveals the city's complicated and increasingly tense relationship with its biggest and most powerful corporate citizen, and how Disney has negotiated these pacts with a carrot-and-stick approach, one that has often included the company's threat of directing its investment dollars elsewhere. News of the ban quickly spread throughout Hollywood, prompting the Washington Post's pop culture writer Alyssa Rosenberg to start a boycott, which she extended to include future Disney movies. Writing in her column, she said, "As long as Disney is blocking the critics from the Los Angeles Times from press screenings, I can't in good conscience attend similar showings or write reviews in advance." Members of the National Society of Film Critics, the Los Angeles Film Critics Association, and the New York Film Critics Circle all issued statements condemning the press ban, while other influential critics also joined the boycott, including the AV Club's A.A. Dowd, FlavorWire's Jason Bailey, and CNN's Jake Tapper. "I just took out a subscription to the LA Times in honor of Disney boycotting the newspaper because it engaged in journalism. Join me, Jake Tapper, at Jake Tapper, November 6, 2017. The result," says The Independent, "is that Disney's tantrum has turned into a PR disaster, forcing the studio to perform an embarrassing U-turn." In a statement released yesterday evening, Disney announced that after productive discussions with the newly installed leadership at the Los Angeles Times regarding our specific concerns, we've agreed to restore access to advanced screenings for their film critics. However, the row could still be hugely damaging, given the power film critics have over the success or failure of a film, even in a franchise with as big and devoted a following as Star Wars. Disney must now be hoping their petty act will not cost them dearly when the first reviews come out next month. Star Wars: The Last Jedi is released in the UK on the 14th of December. Star Wars 8: The Last Jedi Will Rey Turn to the Dark Side? 10 October. The first full trailer for Star Wars: The Last Jedi arrived last night, giving a whole new meaning to the word teaser. The clip hints at galaxy-rattling plotlines while leaving you unsure about whether what you think will happen is what is actually going to happen, the BBC says, and features dramatic battle scenes and adorable new creatures. It also features shots of Carrie Fisher in her role as General Leia, filmed only months before her death late last year. But what have we learned from this new trailer, and what might happen in the film? Well, as director Rian Johnson says, "If you want to avoid spoilers, look away now. I am legitimately torn. If you want to come in clean, absolutely avoid it. But it %you 2019's good." https://koi29k5e8i4, Rian Johnson at Rian Johnson, October 8, 2017. Rey may be turning to the dark side. As The Guardian notes, there appears to be a suggestion that Rey may go over to the dark side. The Last Jedi follows on from 2015's The Force Awakens, which saw new baddie Kylo Ren Adam Driver attempt to recruit Rey Daisy Ridley, before battling her. At the end of the film, Rey finally comes face-to-face with Mark Hamill's Luke Skywalker. This new trailer sees the young hero brandishing a lightsaber as she trains with Skywalker, telling him, "Something inside of me has always been there, but now it's awake and I need help. I've seen this raw streak only once before. It didn't scare me enough then, it does now," Skywalker replies. But later in the trailer, Rey is seen again, this time with Kylo extending his hand to her as she says, "I need someone to show me my place in all this." Is Rey turning to the dark side? Is Kylo turning to the light side? Why did Kylo smash his helmet? What is happening? The Last JD, Nikki Hahn at Musnik on October 10, 2017. Will Kylo Ren kill General Leia? Let the past die. Kill it, if you have to. Those are the words spoken in the trailer by Kylo as we see him hurtling through a space battle in his new TIE Silencer spaceship, says the BBC. The trailer then abruptly cuts to a shot of General Leia, Kylo's mother. He dispatched his dead Han Solo in the last film. Will Leia meet the same fate? The BBC adds, "It seems possible, with Kylo continuing, that's the only way to become what you're meant to be." The trailer then strongly hints that something ominous is about to befall Leia, though what exactly this is remains to be seen. Finn appears in a First Order uniform. Finn, portrayed by John Boyega, takes a backseat to Kylo and Rey in the newest trailer. However, keen fans have noticed that when he does eventually appear, he appears to be wearing a uniform of the First Order while battling Captain Phasma Gwendolyn Christie. Fans have speculated that he may have gone undercover, but again, this remains to be seen. People yelling %U201 CIT %U 2019's Ray turning evil %U 201D or %U 201 Skilo turning good %U 201D and straight up ignoring Finn in all black like a badass. The Last Jedi, John Stephen Roche at Therachaziz, October 10, 2017. Star Wars 8 When is the new trailer released? 3 October. With news that Star Wars The Last Jedi is finally complete and a new trailer imminent, fans' forums have gone into overdrive ahead of the December release date. That's a wrap. Last week, the film's director Rian Johnson announced that post-production on Episode 8 had wrapped, commending his team for their efforts in bringing the Disney and Lucasfilm product to life. With more than 2 months to go to release, the fact that Johnson and his team have completed all the special effects work, editing and everything in between is extraordinary since J.J. Abrams was working on The Force Awakens up until the last minute in 2015, says GameZone. The fan website also revealed that the new film will be the longest yet in the Star Wars franchise, clocking in at just over 2.5 hours, 15 minutes more than The Force Awakens. As well as releasing a batch of new images featuring characters Rey Daisy Ridley, Finn John Boyega and new character Rose Kelly Marie Tran. Johnson also hinted that a new trailer could be released within the next few weeks. When will the new trailer be released? With the film's release date just 2 months away, there has been precious little plot detail revealed or leaked so far. The last official teaser trailer was released almost 6 months ago, and this has left many fans with burning questions unanswered. Will Luke Skywalker Mark Hamill really renounce the way of the Jedi? Will Kylo Ren Adam Driver and Snoke Andy Serkis strike back against the Resistance? And what is Finn's John Boyega secret mission inside the First Order? However, it seems that fans' prayers may soon be answered, as rumor has it that a new trailer for The Last Jedi will be unveiled very soon, specifically the 9th of October, reports Radio Times. It follows comments made by Hamill that Disney would use an upcoming NFL game next Monday to broadcast the new trailer. We confirmed with a longtime source that The Last Jedi trailer is indeed coming on October 9th. Mark your calendars. Only 2 weeks to go. Pic.twitter.com 9sec Pilkfeet SWNN at Star Wars Newsnet September 26, 2017. Radio Times said that none of this is close to an official announcement. However, given the month since the last trailer and our current proximity to The Last Jedi's December release date, around now would seem to be the right time for such a trailer to emerge, and Hamill's denials are unconvincing enough to ironically convince us of the report's authenticity. For UK fans, this means setting your alarm as due to the 6-hour time difference with Chicago. The game won't start until 1:30 a.m. British Summer Time. Star Wars The Last Jedi will be released in the UK on the 14th of December 2017. Star Wars 8 The Last Jedi will major character be revealed as LGBT for September. Star Wars could be about to get its first openly LGBT character, after a new spin-off novel alluded to the sexuality of a major character in the upcoming film The Last Jedi. Fan forums have gone into overdrive over the new authorized novel Leia Princess of Alderaan by Claudia Gray, in which Leia and Vice Admiral Holdo, played in the film by Laura Dern, allude to the latter's sexual preferences. Discussing their preferred types of partner, Holdo calls Leia's heterosexuality limiting before joking about the possibility of interspecies relationships. It's a brief moment, of course, and there's every possibility that the subject won't even come up at all on screen in Episode 8, says the Daily Express. But even so, just this very vague allusion towards an LGBT character is a big step for the long-running franchise. Diversity and representation is a hot-button topic in the film industry these days, and Lucasfilm has been at the forefront of promoting it in big-budget tentpoles, says Screen Rant. Since taking over the franchise, both Star Wars films released by Disney have featured female protagonists in the lead, as well as promoting a diverse cast of actors including John Boyega, Oscar Isaac, Donnie Yen and Lupita Nyong'o. Yet despite The Force Awakens helmsman J.J. Abrams previously expressing an interest in seeing an LGBT figure in Star Wars, one area where the franchise has so far come up short is in its depiction of sexuality. Now if the rumors are true, this could be about to change and would follow hot on the heels of the first openly gay Disney character in the live-action remake of Beauty and the Beast, which was hailed as a breakthrough moment for LGBT representation in Hollywood. Sending to a galaxy far, far away. In other Star Wars news, the Royal Mail has unveiled a special edition line of stamps to mark the upcoming film, intended to celebrate the British talent that helps develop the franchise, which is largely shot at the 007 stage at Pinewood Studios, says The Drum. On sale from the 12th of October, the designs have been created by British artist Malcolm Tween and feature Maz Kanata, Porgs, Wookiees, Snoke, BB-8, R2-D2, C-3PO and K-2SO, shiny new Royal Mail stamps at Star Wars creatures and droids stamps at Star Wars Porg R2-D2 BB-8 C-3PO. Chewbacca K2SO Maz Snoke last JD picked out Twitter.com Zil5 Lee 45 VXR Malcolm Tween at Malcolm Tween September 3, 2017 set to become major collector's items says The Sun. The most sought after are likely to be 4 special droid stamps which include a nuance that will see them only become visible under UV light. Perfect for any fan wanting to send a parcel or letter to a galaxy far, far away. Star Wars The Last Jedi is out in cinemas on 15 December. Star Wars The Last Jedi new images offer tantalizing plot clues. 10 August a batch of new photos from Star Wars The Last Jedi have been released and, for fans of the franchise, they are very interesting indeed. The stills, published by Entertainment Weekly, offer a tantalizing taste of what's in store for Rey, Finn and their Resistance comrades, as well as their First Order foes. At the end of the last film, Rey journeyed to a remote hilltop in search of Luke Skywalker and finally tracked him down near the ruins of the first Jedi Temple just before the credits rolled. But if she was looking for an eager mentor, she is in for a disappointment, says EU. Instead of the heroic Jedi of legend, she finds a jaded Luke, overpowered by regret, eager to close the book on his past while living out the rest of his days on an isolated island. It's a no Reys club at Ulet Rey Glumplich. It says no Reys were allowed to have one picked out Twitter.com and Thoauxway 3, Bethany Black at Bethany Black August 10, 2017 While Luke might be living a hermit-like existence, he isn't entirely alone. Ashto is teeming with wildlife, including furry critters called porgs, which EU describes as cute, cuddly, and vexing to Wookiees. New %U201C Star Wars The Last Jedi %U201D Images Characters revealed in Entertainment Weekly %U2019's Fall Movie Preview Issue https://cobralook9wjc picked out Twitter.com Boyabmeoz WDW News Today at WDWNT August 9, 2017 Eagle-eyed fans on Reddit clocked a snap of Finn strapped into a cockpit and a still which appears to show a speed racer making a bumpy landing and quickly put 2 and 2 together. Here's what's going on with Finn's story in Star Wars The Last Jedi https://t.com snug27f picked out Twitter.com Semlakak Comic Book Now at Comic Book Now August 9, 2017 I bet this is Finn making the hard landing, one wrote, while another added that the photo suggests the ex-stormtrooper isn't the most experienced pilot, but he's definitely learning. The pair's adventures will take them to the dazzling lights of Canto Bight, a casino city described by Ryan Johnson as a Star Wars Monte Carlo-type environment. Canto Bight The Last JD picked out Twitter.com and K2J70W, %U305C, %U308D, %U3093 at King221234 August 9, 2017 It's not all cute critters and galactic roulette, however. The First Order is still around, and more determined than ever to crush the Resistance. One of the new images shows a brooding Kylo Ren, his face now permanently scarred from his battle with Rey. ICYMI New images from Star Wars The Last Jedi are here and the Force is strong with them https://t.co12ensweirpic.twitter.com Rorga4co5 comicbook.com at comicbook August 9, 2017 Supreme Leader Snoke, who so far has only been glimpsed as a hologram, will make his first in-the-flesh appearance in The Last Jedi. The evil overlord will be flanked by Praetorian guards, a samurai Like cohort with distinctive crimson armor. With their sharp angles, severe coloring, and full-face visors, they should serve to amplify Snoke's menacing presence when he appears to threaten our heroes in the Resistance, says Looper. %U2018 Star Wars %U2019 Snoke will be completely mocap in %U2018 The Last Jedi %U2019 Plus First look at the Praetorian Guard https://t.co.kalker6gk picked out Twitter.com 5 Zacopr Heroic Hollywood at Heroic Hollywood August 10, 2017 The new photos also include some behind-the-scenes snaps, at least one of which will be bittersweet to fans, as it shows Carrie Fisher preparing to shoot a scene as Leia Organa, shortly before her unexpected death in December last year. 14 New photos of Star Wars The Last Jedi @Cowcal7 Jailzo picked out Twitter.com EKIFBBW3 9GAG at 9GAG August 10, 2017 Star Wars The Last Jedi arrives in cinemas the 15th of December. Star Wars 8 The Last Jedi How will Leia die? 2 July In the wake of Carrie Fisher's death, fans are speculating about how Star Wars will plot her life in the forthcoming installment of the long-running space opera, out in cinemas at the end of the year. The star's character, General Leia, was due to appear in all three of the new trilogy of films. But after the actress' unexpected death in December last year, a rewrite is thought to have been necessary. Right now, Star Wars fans are speculating about how a satisfying end might be found for Fisher's much-loved character. In an extended post on Reddit, Star Wars enthusiast Ringer7 says that it seems unlikely the character will die off-screen. I think we can all agree that an off-screen death, especially one that happens between films and is mentioned in the opening crawl, would be a jarring and unsatisfactory end for such a major character. By the same token, we know that CGI will not be used to recreate the character. The best solution, Ringer7 says, would be for Leia to perish in some kind of starship battle. Leia will be on one of the ships, shown from behind. Perhaps I don't think a body double shown from behind is out of the question, and we will hear her giving orders. The Resistance will get into a dire situation, and she will heroically command her ship to give itself up to save the rest of the fleet. Other commenters believe Leia might be brought back to life with CGI, as she was in last year's Star Wars spin-off film, Rogue One. Others think that the role will be recast and the film series will continue as originally intended. All will be revealed when Star Wars 8: The Last Jedi is released in UK cinemas on the 15th of December. Star Wars 8: The Last Jedi is Luke mourning Han Solo. 22 May. Star Wars fans have been spent many hours analyzing every last scene of the long-running space opera, but one detail from 2015's Star Wars 7: The Force Awakens so far relatively unscrutinized is Luke Skywalker's expression when he meets new young hero Rey at the end of the film. Most fans interpreted the Jedi Knight's weary expression as an indication of the inner turmoil he is experiencing at meeting his long-lost daughter, the prevailing but a sight unproven theory about the pair's relationship. But a new theory suggests Luke's look may indicate he knows something has happened to his old friend Han Solo. However big the mystery may be, the answer to it is pretty simple and is revealed quite simply in the movie itself, says Reddit user Clanchento. According to the fan, the Millennium Falcon is a really big ship and it's really hard to miss, especially when someone is standing on the top of a cliff. It's not only infamous in the galaxy, but Luke has spent so much time on that ship and certainly cannot mistake it for any other. When he sees the ship, he is definitely expecting to meet Han Solo, his best friend. When Rey emerges instead of Han, Luke realizes his friend is dead, Calcento says. The character of Han Solo originally becomes acquainted with Luke in the original trilogy of films, and they form a bond through their daring adventures fighting the evil Galactic Empire, but Han meets his end midway through the last film, at the end of his confused son Kylo Ren's lightsaber. So is Luke in mourning at the end of The Force Awakens. All will be revealed when the sequel, The Last Jedi, is released in December.